Just like doing your fucking intro, 0 viewers.
What is up, guys?
What is up, everybody?
Alright, well, it's live right now, so like I said, we just gotta wait for the people to come in here.
You gotta put it in media so people join.
I know, I'm going to fucking put it in
God! Come on!
People aren't subscribed to my YouTube channel, so I have to do these things.
Wow, this guy's got 0 subscribers. Oh.
95% of you aren't subscribed.
Hey guys, go ahead and just give me a like, follow, and subscribe. It really just means a lot to my channel.
Smash that like button.
Smash that motherfucking like button, guys.
As you can see here, I'm actually kind of lonely in here. Can you please come to my podcast? I'm desperate for attention.
Welcome back, guys. I'm another British Minecraft YouTuber. Go ahead and give me a like and subscription.
This is actually so stupid. Okay. So fucking stupid.
So fucking dumb, dude.
Oh my god. Okay, hold up here. Let me put it in here. Alright. It's up. It's up! It's up!
Alright, I'm clicking on
God.
it, so I might be viewer number 1, so don't fucking...
Actually, there's 3 people in here.
No shit.
I think there's 3 people. Is there still 3 people? Oh, we lost one.
No.
No, there's 0. Oh, TJ said, and turn notifications on. That's right. Always turn notifications on. We have 0 views now.
Just keep... It's alright. It's alright. Keep crying, buddy. Look at you just standing in the... What the fuck are you wearing? What is that drip, homie?
I don't know. It's prohibited in WTR. Hoods are prohibited, you know.
What? For realsies?
No.
Oh.
Yes, all hoods are prohibited in the WTR community, okay? I'm a real rebel out here. Really against the law, you know, I'm real rebellious.
If you wear a hood, you get permabanned.
Shit! Fuck! Oh, Tanuki, don't cheat this! Big fat mission failed. Alright, here. Okay, so we have you currently.
Woo! Woo!
You're the only one.
Woohoo!
Yeah! Exciting! Oh my god. We got the only Chad that will be on this quest of cringe. God. Season 2, man. I didn't even put like any like season 1 or anything for the last season of the podcast. Correct.
Well,
yeah.
Now you have season 2, episode 1. How many episodes are you gonna have?
I'm thinking probably just 2 seasons, because like I was gonna have like season 2 just be like pretty much this season 1 just in more detail, because like more RP based stuff, but it's okay. Alright, well, we're gonna get started up here, okay? I haven't done so.
Yes, Queen! Give us nothing!
You should have seen like my hand motions when I was about to do the intro, and I'm like,
dude, not the YouTuber intro hands, like clap. Alright, guys! Welcome back!
This is Newton Gaming here.
Jesus.
I'm kidding. That was very aggressive. Alright. So we got podcast episode 1, season 2. We got our guest here, Ricky.
Hey.
Shut up, Ricky.
What's up, Queens?
That was so bad. What was that? What's up, sisters?
What's up? What's up, Queens? What's up, everybody?
We're here to talk about some cringe WTR roleplay. Yeah!
Hell yeah,
Woo!
baby.
Ricky, would you like to entertain our audience with, telling a little bit about yourself, where
Sure
you came from?
thing. Where I came from?
No.
Why don't you get my social security number while you're at it, too? Goddamn.
Your IP address, I'm joking. Don't
My
do that.
credit card number is the 3 digits on the back.
By the way, guys, that will be linked in the description if you want to check out.
Buy whatever the hell you want, guys.
Alright.
Introduce myself. How
Yes.
awkward. I am Ricky. Infamous, famous Ricky.
Sorry.
Don't gag, bitch. I, in the last iteration, played the very not known Katya Narovkov. Everyone called her Kat.
Irrelevant.
Infamous for being tortured by Great Value Black Hand.
I'll even gag at that.
Very, very cringe.
Very cringe.
Very bad situation. Personally, outside of the game, pissing my pants. I was terrified. Inside the game, pissing my pants. I was terrified. I was so anxious to get on for like 5 days afterwards. I was like, oh god.
Didn't you try to do like a Russian accent too?
Try. Baby, I did. My Russian accent was good. You can say whatever the hell you want. I had people like PMing me, asking me if I was like actually Russian.
Really? That's fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
I didn't I was like, nah, man. There's no
that was
way you
cool,
believe
yeah.
this is real.
No, you
But people
good.
did.
You would have.
Thanks.
You sounded like a real badass though with your like Russian character and shit. So I was like,
Thanks. Aw. That's so
It
nice
would've
of you.
shut the fuck up. Don't make me sound like a simp, okay?
Aw. Just because you're being nice doesn't mean you're a simp.
Oh,
You're just
okay.
being nice.
Oh, okay.
That's the goal. I like to do voice acting, so I do a lot of accents.
Was
What?
I was about to do like a Western accent, but I just like.
You should.
If I should do a Western accent,
Oh.
here, Alabama territory.
Wow.
Sorry,
That's the current voice. That's the current.
that's your current voice, yes.
Yep. Can I talk about can I say who I'm playing?
Yeah, you can say. I
Oh.
think you can talk about like prologue and stuff. Just don't talk about.
Oh, prologue was cool. I also currently am playing June Calloway, author and creator of the Calloway Chronicle. Yes, I am a Western lady from Tennessee. Even though everyone likes August much more than June. Don't know how many times. This one time during the prologue, these guys, they fucking. This pissed me off so bad. I texted Robot. I was so upset. These two guys showed up to our one building in the prologue in Krasno, and they were like, "Who lives here?" And I was like, "Oh, my name's June. This is a building for the Calloway Chronicle." And they were like, "Oh, so you work for August, right?" No. I literally looked at them. I was like, August works for me. This is my paper. And they were like, oh. Or people would come up and be like, I'd be like, I'm June. And they'd be like, oh, I've never heard of you. I'd be like, oh, I write the Callaway Chronicle, and they'd be like, oh, August of the Callaway Chronicle, and I was like, damn, okay, I fucking see how it is. So yes, I played Sweet Innocent Little Cat last game, and I played June Callaway this game.
You know what's funny? I like how, like, in the prologue, how passive-aggressive your articles were.
Yeah,
So
I know.
funny.
I liked it that way.
It was fun. That was interesting to add, like, the social media kind of platform, and then
The fucking military bullied the shit out of August and June.
yeah, they bullied the shit out of everybody. Let's be honest here.
I called them out though, like on Spodget when that was a thing, and they were like, they're like, no, you did this thing. You were wearing a press vest, and those are illegal. And I replied back to him, and I was like, actually, I toured your base in this press vest. Your like chief captain guy didn't say anything. When I asked him about it, he said I could wear it, and then I didn't get a reply. I was like, fuck you. They still took it from me though.
Get absolutely exposed.
I was like, damn. All right, take my vest from me.
It's okay. I feel like the prologue was pretty easy to survive, though. I think we can be honest with that one.
Well, see, when at first I was like apprehensive to get the vaccine because I was like, what if they spin this and whoever got the vaccine are like the people who don't survive?
Yeah.
But I was like, oh well, get it anyway, because that's what June would do. So I got it, and then they're like, oh, people with the vaccine survive. I was like, oh, hell yes. I win, baby.
With Mac, I was the same way. I thought, oh, they could be doing some sort of BS with that, so I was kind of, was trying to do like as much homework with him as possible on it before actually getting it. So I know the feeling. It was fun. I think it was fun. I just feel like it was too long, you know? I feel like should have been done like a little bit in a shorter time span, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I just feel like anything in the world, a lot of like much love for the people in this community, but there's like this thing, it's kind of like how people treated like Cyberpunk. Like they were like, release it now, release it now, release it now. So then they did, and then everyone complained. And they're like, this is so dog shit, dude. Oh, there's so many bugs, it's so laggy. You know, what the fuck? And like all the mods are like, well, you know, we needed more time to prepare. And then people are like, ugh. And like literally like every day, it was like in the ideas vote. It's like, end the prologue, end the prologue, end the prologue. And it's like, for the love of God. I don't know. I must just be a pretty patient person. Because I was like, this is, like, I'm having fun. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, it's DayZ. Of course there's going to be bugs. Like, don't get me wrong, it was fun. It was interesting, I guess, compared to the last prologue. I think it was a little bit better prepared. You probably weren't.
I wasn't there. I was not.
It was interesting, that's for sure. I didn't attend the fucking main event. So
the end event.
Yeah.
I did. I just don't want to sound mean, but it was kind of a mess. Like people were starving, and like I had like never met this like one guy before. I'm literally just like talking to people as Cat, like people who had died in the iteration, and this guy just kept like running up and like punching me. And I was like, do I know you? I had no clue who this guy was, and he kept just like running up and like punching me in the back of the head, and then he'd like run off and giggle.
Yeah, that's also the thing. Okay, you have like, I like the after death events, and then you can like replay, but like, you go into those kind of like scenarios, like how do you like start that? You know, like how do you actually go back to your characters and like actually like play them? You know, it's like you can't really do that, I don't think.
Yeah. Well, it's also like difficult because people like who don't do accents, not gonna like shit on people who don't do them, but like they do the same voice for every character. you would like go up to them in the afterlife event, and you'd be like, "Oh my God, Goober, I missed you so much," and they'd be like, "I'm not Goober, I'm Woober," and you're like, "What? How was I supposed to know?"
Yeah, like
You choose the same model, you do the same voice. I come up to you in the afterlife event, and I'm like, "Dude, what's up?" And they're like, "I'm not that dude."
I don't know you.
I know. I'm like, "What?"
And they
You like try to convince them. You're like, "Man, we spent like 4 months running around together." No, dude, I don't know you.
we had an RP relationship.
We were dating. How could you not remember us dating?
We were married. What happened? You were supposed to be my girlfriend.
How dare you not date me?
Love me, damn it. Love me.
I already went through rejection once.
The friend zone. The RP
I
friend
wasn't
zone.
rejected. I fucking rejected someone.
Already? Damn.
Not this iteration, no. Last.
Oh.
Fucking Roman.
Oh, God. I think I know.
I hope
all about
Spicy's
this one.
watching this. I'm gonna call him out.
He will. He probably will.
I hope he does. I'm glad he admitted it, though, that he was like, Roman was kind of lazy roleplay.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've all kind of you get to that point at some point, and you're like, your RP is kind of meh, and you like reflect on it, and we're like, yeah, it could have been better, you know?
Yeah, like I would tell everyone, like, after the iteration ended, like, so Kat didn't tell anyone but like Roman and I think Marcel. And but Kat told Roman, like, yeah, I was actually engaged before I was sealed into a bunker. I had a fiance who I loved more than anything in the world, and I'm pretty sure he's dead. And then that same night, Roman pulls Kat to the side and he's like, "I really like you."
Oh God.
And I was like, and Kat's like, "Oh, that's really nice, man. Listen, I don't really know you that well. Give me some time to think." The classic, like, I just need some time to think. And then later, I was like, I just gotta rip the Band-Aid off. So like a couple days later, we were like at Days, little like what was supposed to be her like trading auction house thing, and I was like, "Come with me, Roman." I'm like, "Come with me." So he goes out, and we sit on this hay bale, and I'm like, "Yeah, no, man, I'm not into you." It was so, I was so like, oh, I was cringing so hard. And he was just like, "Oh, well, I guess I just need some time to be alone."
Oh God. I mean, I can't say shit because like I've played those characters, like I've tried to play those cringy ass fucking characters, so I can't say anything.
No, it's like, I've told you, I love romantic
I
roleplay.
fucking hate it. I'm
I
sorry.
love it. I love it. I do it in Dungeons and Dragons like all the time.
I can't like I hate it, but like I still think of like what my character's mindset is, so I just have to push through it sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, like I did it with I did it with fucking Charlie, but like people don't understand that Charlie was like not a simp. Like he thought all these women characters would be like his mother figure, I guess, or something, like because he never had a mom really. So
Yeah.
and then I'd always like go into the fucking general chat, and then everybody would like call me a simp or something, or even in my journal entries, they'd put a sign up saying I'm a simp. I'm like, damn, okay.
I think, romantic roleplay can be very rewarding, if done properly and with the right people. It's all about like communication too. Like I don't know. Like if you just start to do it and you don't like check in with the player, like message them like, "Hey, are you comfortable with romantic roleplay? Are you comfortable doing this?"
Baby girl.
"Hey, yo, baby girl. I want to hit your fine ass."
Yo, let me slide in those DMs.
Let me slide, baby. Let me slide.
We can be
Can I
a
get
permanent.
your Snapchat?
We can be a permanent WTR couple. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God.
But there is people that do that though. Like you'll see it
Yeah.
in RP. Like they, which isn't like any hate to them or anything, but like they'll like re have a romantic relationship with the person that died, you know,
Yeah.
and then they come back as a new character or the other way around. You see that, and then you're like, yeah, they kind of thing in real life, they kind of together,
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Well, that was like kind of like my fear with Kat and Jean, is because Jean was the character right after Marcel.
hmm,
And Kat had a thing for Marcel, super into him, and then he died, just like very instantly, and I was like, oh shit. And then Robot and I have become like very, very good friends outside of WTR.
hmm.
We talk like constantly, and I was concerned that when like Kat began to like Jean, that people would be like, oh, like sus of it, even though
Yeah,
there was like it wasn't sus, but like I was terrified. I was like, oh God, people are gonna think like something's going on behind the scenes or some shit.
they're spooning together. I know it. She's the little spoon for sure.
She's definitely the smaller spoon in the drawer.
Yeah, I think I can like picture that, but yeah, I think that's like, I think personally with like the little bit of the relationships I've seen in WTR, it's kind of cringe, but I can see how you can like think like it depends on like the person and shit.
Yeah, I think I think a lot of people probably like use We That Remain as like they're playing DayZ. This is like
Yeah.
a game that's like about like zombies and killing zombies. And you have that role play. And like yeah, you could argue that romance is an aspect of role play, and I for one would agree. But like I think a lot of the people who play it are just like I don't know, maybe they're just like I like to shoot things. And then you're like I'm a girl. I like you. I feel like most people would probably be like, "Oh God. No."
Yeah, I know.
Or it's the opposite, and like this is an issue I feel like a lot of like um maybe like I don't know, I don't want to like generalize, but maybe a lot of people who um are identify as female, a lot of them are like have like bad instances with like male characters, because it's like a lot of people like you're like, hi, I'm girl, and they're just like, I love you, and you're like, oh
Yeah,
shit,
I've seen a lot of
okay.
that. Yeah.
You're like literally, you're just like you write in like one journal. You're like, I met uh, Ethan today, and he's really cool. Meanwhile, Ethan writes a journal like, I'm fucking in love with you,
Yeah.
and you're like, holy shit, okay. And sometimes it creates a lot of stress because it's like your character might not be into this person, and you're
Hmm.
just viewing them as a friend, and then this person is like, I love them. I'm going to tell them how I feel. And then that's kind of like what like happened with like Roman. Is like Kat was like, oh, Roman's like a really good friend of mine. I consider Roman like my best friend. And then Roman's like, I love Kat. I need to tell Kat how I feel. And it was just like it was awkward in the end because it put a lot of pressure on me because it's like, well, I'm not my character is not into your character.
Hmm.
Um,
Friends
and it's
and
just like it's just awkward. It just makes the whole thing awkward because you're taking a walk with them. You're like, let's go to Severograd, and they're just like, like outside of the game, like you're like, oh God, I know that this character is like into me, but obviously you can't meta, so your character's like, you're my best friend. I'm gonna poke you and giggle at your jokes, like literally, like oh God, dude,
disgusting.
disgusting.
That's all you hear in the fucking. Oh,
Yeah.
you're so funny. You should be a comedian. Oh my God, Samantha. You just make my world go round.
Oh God. But yeah, there are a lot of people who take it very seriously.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice seeing that because then I can like learn shit from them
Yeah.
and follow them. follow their footsteps.
You're gonna follow their footsteps, buddy. You're gonna become the best romance role player in the world.
I wasn't talking about romantic roleplay.
Oh, just roleplay in general.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm gonna get all the WTR ladies in here, and we're gonna have a swell time.
We're gonna have so much fun, ladies. If you are a lady and you are in We That Remain, please hit me up.
Let's go to the club. Let's go to the club. The WTR club. Alright.
I'll buy you premium, baby. I'll buy you Celestial, please.
I'm on the VIP here. I actually own this club right here.
I actually, no one knows this, but I own a part of WTR. Please DM me.
I actually invested a lot into the WTR community here. I think I deserve a little bit of WTR romance, alright?
Please hit up my line later, milady. Oh my god.
I'm 15.
That's another thing too, though, if you think about it.
I forgot the milk.
Like, you walk up to these people that you meet in the game, and you're like, oh, hey. And then, like, at a game, they're like, I'm 14. And you're like, oh.
Yeah, no, that's like, that's also a thing. Like, I'm personally very hesitant about, like, if I ever want to do things like that. Like, okay, what if they're, you know, like, 15 or 16 or something? I don't know about you, but I don't want to, you know, like...
Right. Like, I don't give a shit that your character is a 34-year-old Russian chain smoker. You're 16. I'm not going to, like, roleplay romance with you.
Yeah, no, that's just awkward. I'm the same way. I don't know.
Like, I don't care if it seems weird, but anytime, like, there's any kind of, like, romantic roleplay, I immediately PM the person and I confirm their age.
Yeah, like, it's just not... it just makes you feel uncomfortable.
Exactly. I'm like, 1, how old are you IRL, if you don't mind my asking? 2, are you comfortable? Yeah, like, are you comfortable role-playing romance? Those are, like, the 2 things. And if they're like, I'm, you know, even if they're like, I'm 17, I'm 18. Nah, sorry. I'm not going to proceed in this roleplay with you.
Denied.
Exactly.
I'm a
Immediate, like...
34-year-old female. From Georgia.
I'm 84.
I came from a long line of brother and sister, you know.
I'm 34. But IRL, I'm 13.
I've met, like, actual kids that are playing, like, 34-year-old characters.
But I thought I don't know if this is a rule, but at least when I was, like, applying and, like, reading stuff to be whitelisted, I thought they recommended playing characters that were, like, very close to you in age.
Yeah, I thought so, too. But I guess maybe that's not a thing anymore? I don't know.
I guess, because, like, that's why Kat was 23. I considered making her, like, older, but I was like, nah, it just wouldn't make sense, because in real life, I'm 21.
Yeah.
So I was like, Kat's 23, June started off as 23, but now with this 2-year skip, she's 25.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a rule, so I was like, you know, I run into someone, and they're like, I'm 27, but IRL, I'm like 4.
Right.
It's like, oh, I thought you were supposed to, like, you know, if you're IRL 4, then your character should be 4. Or at least, like, 5.
I just don't know how that would, like, work, because, like, you're playing, like, you're not playing, like, kids, you know? You're playing, like, adult kind of character.
Yeah, I guess that's true, too. It's just, that's the thing that sucks. Even, like, it doesn't even have to be, like, romance roleplay. It could be any kind of, like, besides, like, oh, this person's in my, my group, and we just chat sometimes. Like, if I'm, like, beating the shit out of someone, and then later on I find out they're, like, 14 IRL, I feel kind of, like, weird.
Yeah.
I'm just like, aw, I just, like, beat the shit out of a 14-year-old.
About that.
They're gonna, like, have, like, nightmares.
Yeah, I agree. 100% like, it's just... Yikes.
They're like, I'm 14. I'm like, dog, shouldn't you be playing, like, Among Us and Fortnite right now? What are you doing on a Daisy roleplay
Bruh.
server?
Fortnite's
Bruh.
dead.
Not even, dude. It's fun. I, for one, like Fortnite.
So good. Alright, that's a wrap on the pack.
Alright, guys, we're finished up here. Ricky is canceled for being cringe.
Yep. Cancel from WTR for playing Fortnite. You can't play that. You're not eligible anymore. You're banned.
Perma banned for playing Fortnite.
Yes, that siren in the background is for you.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
I should have mentioned my mic picks up like everything, and I also live in a city, so you'll probably hear my dog, and you'll probably hear every car.
And gunshots?
Maybe.
Let's go.
Crackheads, probably.
Crackheads at it again. Okay.
That is an actual phrase that I've said living in the town that I live in. Crackheads are at it again.
Crackheads at it again.
What was next on our list?
It was
Soldier Man.
Soldier Man.
We got past one. That was like the gag. That was your worst, which was roleplay, romance roleplay.
We're on a roll.
We got past it. Good job, buddy. Next is Soldier Man.
Soldier Boy. Alright. What is for Soldier Man?
I feel like everyone thinks those are cringe. Like everyone talks about it in like general.
Special elite.
Yeah.
Fought
like
5 wars.
Yes, I toured in Afghanistan 8 times.
Yeah.
I never miss a shot. I'm so good.
The thing is, I'm like currently I'm playing like a soldier man, but like that's the first time I actually played like.
Well, like I think there's ways that you can play like someone who has been in like the military, like a military style character, and still make it good. Like you playing like a soldier, but he's a doctor. Robot played Marcel, who was like special forces, like he was intelligence. He was British intelligence. He wasn't like, you know.
Yeah.
Like if you take a military character and you don't make them like OP Black Ops 4 kind of guy, you can make them super interesting, but people just choose to do like, I feel like it's a lot of like new people who come in.
Yeah.
Like they don't really know much about roleplay, but they're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it anyway. And then they're like full send, let's go. 400 confirmed kills.
400 confirmed kills. Yeah, I know. I feel like you have to do like research and stuff to actually like validate you're actually some legit. Otherwise, you're just making a meh character.
Yeah.
Like I spent personally like 3 or 4 hours going through like all this medical stuff and shit, getting ready.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was nerding up, like, big time. Like the week before prologue, I was just, like, doing all, like, combat, like, looking at combat medic stuff and shit like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, did not do that.
Well, yeah, because you fucking survived the prologue, you dingus.
Well, yeah, but like I don't research. Like I don't know. June is easier to play because she's a journalist, and I feel like that's like fairly easy. Kat was like a medical student, and I botched that so hard. The total botch. Did not do a good job. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the soldier people are just like the most basic characters.
They're the Visco girl.
Literally, like you talk to them and you're like, oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I agree with that. It just gets ridiculous when there's so many of them.
I know. It's like you can't all be this great.
You can't all be elite special forces. I think what's also funny is they get salty right after they die. Like, they die in whatever way. They get so angry.
Mm-hmm.
because they expected high standards of their character. I think that's pretty funny.
I know. They're like, "Oh, I'm so good at the game. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna be this like awesome, super badass soldier." And then they get killed, and they're like,
About that. Damn
I
it.
think not."
Just kidding.
Then they just make the same character.
Pretty much. That's pretty much how it is.
Yeah.
They like wait a few days and then Elite Special Forces Man 2.0.
My first character was Jacob, the elite special ops man. This character is Wakeub. He's an elite special forces man. Like, come on. I love people who do like just like basic jobs. Like they're like, "What were you before like all this happened?" "Oh, yeah, I was a garbage man. I was a delivery driver." I just think that stuff is like no one does it because everyone else is like, "Oh, that's so basic." I just personally I think that is so cool.
Yeah. No. It's ridiculous. Soldier Man taking on the world. Hashtag XMilsim experience. Hashtag currently taking on the world in my purple Lamborghini with an AR-15.
Hashtag
Sticking out.
gonna fight tower by myself. Hashtag I'll be fine.
Hashtag wet noodle. Hashtag get good. Hashtag your forehead looks like cat food. Hashtag XOXO. Abbreviation.
Hugs and kisses.
Hashtag get good. Hashtag applesauce. (2022)
This I think easily brings us into something that you've committed,
Oh God.
which is cheesy cultists.
Cheesy cult. Oh God.
Wish
Oh,
Black Hand.
no.
Great value Black Hand.
Black Hand 2.0 to be exact.
Yes.
God.
The everyone memes on in the chat.
Literally.
No, it's so fucking funny. I'm like sitting there at work and I look at the general chat and they're like, the real Black Hand was scary.
Dog.
Wish Black Hand sucked ass.
I tried, okay? I tried.
No, it was a even bigger burn when they were talking about it and I like made a comment and someone replied to my thing in the general chat and they're like, "Weren't you the one who was like tortured in their own house?" I was like, "Damn." They're like, "Oh yeah, wish Black Hand tortured you." Like, goddamn. All right.
That's also the thing. We tortured like a bunch of people that were like new to WTR. Like there was like and then they just like I never saw them again after we killed so there was this little trading group. Wyla can validate this. She was there, and there was this trading group that set up in Chernar, like Chernaris or whatever, in the big city where it's laggier than shit. And so they built a whole big ass compound, and there was 5 of them. So we like held up some of those guys, and then just like one by one, all of them started to like appear like out of nowhere and shit. So there was like at some point there was like 4. I think there was like 3 or 4 people we held hostage, and Wyla was one of the people that we were holding hostage. And we'd tell them literally like not to fucking talk back to us and shit, and they do it and they wouldn't listen. So we like we killed legit like 2 of them. The first time was actually a misfire. Like
Oh my god.
He had that bug where it shows like like you don't have a gun in your hand, but you actually have a
Yeah.
gun in your hand, and he just like blows the guy's head off. Thank God he was a fucking thank God he was like the one talking back, or else we would have probably been in a big ticket about it. And then there was another guy we caught like hearing into our conversation. We dragged him up, and he was the second one we killed
Mm-hmm.
because he was doing pretty much the same exact shit. And then there was like, yeah, we got like five. I remember now. There was like five people there, and then we grabbed Wyla and the the survivors of that incident, and then we dragged them all the way back to our little apartment complex and like tortured the shit out of them,
Mm-hmm.
and then it got to the point where we like held this guy, which was I think one of the owners of the trading post, and we just held him there, and it got to the point where he'd be like, "Are you gonna free me now?" Like he was just waiting to be freed, like because we didn't know what to do with him. Like he was just there.
No fucking way.
He's like, so I'm like, I really don't have any reason to kill this guy. You know, he's followed all of our orders and shit. He's just here at this point. Meanwhile, the fucking Wyla and the other guy are like getting fucking. I wouldn't say Wyla was getting tortured because her character was like all for taking out Tower and joining our group and shit. Which I wish we lasted longer because then we would have like done shit with them and like
Mm-hmm.
that'd be cool. Obviously we got fucking slapped the shit out of, but so there's Wyla and this other guy. So one of my guys just starts fucking randomly like torturing the shit out of this other guy, and
Mm-hmm.
it got to the point where he dies, and so because he was like doing the same exact thing his other two guys that died did, and he dies, and then we literally just have the poor little guy in the fucking apartment
Can
room.
I please go home?
Literally.
Aw,
I
poor
felt
thing.
like I actually felt bad for him, and then we were like, yeah, we'll let you go. We're moving out anyway. And then of course the next then in the 3 hours later we're dead. We're executed and
Yeah.
shit. Which I'm saying this, I could have like appealed for my death, but I chose not to, just because of the circumstances of that situation.
Who who killed Black Hand?
The Garrison guys did. Garrison guys
That's what
on it.
I thought, but
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. I didn't meet. I don't think I met anyone from the garrison.
Yeah, it was like it got to the point where there was like three real irrelevant groups because we kind of took down the Gorka Society,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was just us, Garrison, and then Tower. And Garrison, I guess, betrayed us, which it's kind of like debatable, I guess, that whole situation going down. Because I don't know, I don't really think this is my opinion, they didn't really have a reason to kill Black Hand
Mm-hmm.
because they were like torturing people that we were also or we didn't actually torture. Like, for example,
Mm-hmm.
Bailey. We didn't torture Bailey. People think we tortured the shit out of Bailey. The Garrison's people actually tortured her, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll free you now." And then I guess I don't know what happened, but she was on board with that, and then that's how they betrayed us and shit.
Oh.
So yeah, people don't know that. Um, people don't. And I have it on video of one of their guys actually torturing Bailey. It was none of us, and so that's where I could have reappealed and stuff like that. But I chose not to.
Let sleeping dogs lie.
Yeah. I think, honestly, Charlie's character should have died a long time ago, even
Yeah.
before Cat. So, here's what it is.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to kill Brantley so bad.
That would have been interesting. I wish, like I said, I wish we would have met again. We were actually like trying to hunt you down because we know something was up.
I squealed so hard, dude.
Yeah, we know something was up, so we were gonna find you. We were gonna kill Echo. We were gonna kill you. And we were gonna kill Hoyt.
Damn.
Yeah, we were gonna kill all of you.
No, I went like as soon as it happened. You guys were like, "Don't tell anyone. We'll know." Literally, like 2 days later, I like fucking
You told everybody. Yeah.
squealed to the tower. I ran to the tower with because Robot had finally gotten back on, and like Jean showed up and was like, "What the fuck?" And then I radioed Echo, and I was like, "Something bad happened." So then she's like, "Oh, come to tower." So we did, and I told Tower, and I told Echo, and I told Hoyt, and I told Jean, and Novak was like, I told him, I'm like, this Oscar guy keeps radioing me. I think what if I just like get rid of my radio or just stop replying to him? And Novak was like, no, give into it. Like feed into it, try to figure out where they are, and we'll see if we can like hunt them down. So there's like one night I'm literally sitting in the school that the tower owned with Jean, and we're just fucking with Oscar. Over the radio. Like we would like tell him shit and then laugh.
Oh yeah, he knew. He knew something was up.
Yeah.
We'd have like little powwow meetings and shit, and he was like, "Yeah, this whole radio conversation I had with Kat is kind of suspicious, you know." And we'd like talk about it, and yeah, he'd be like, "Yeah, this is kind of suspicious."
I squealed. I was put into like a witness protection program by the tower.
Yeah, I played.
Like they were like, they put me in the school, and they were like, you can't leave the school.
You can't leave the school. Yeah, we were watching like Echo's place. We were watching a lot of people's places just to find you guys.
Yeah.
And then, unfortunately, one of our members got caught at the wrong time, and they died, which was unfortunate. Which he lasted like the whole iteration. Like when my character was, my last character was a villain and shit. He lasted till then. It was like, no.
Who was that?
You wouldn't know him. He was Shane Deacon. He was like this bandit
no clue.
dude.
You got a comment.
I did. It's Tomato. Tomato.
I don't know who that is.
It's Dr. Duct Tape. You know who Dr. Duct Tape is?
No.
He's from he plays with Cheeky, I guess. He's cool. He's really cool.
Hi, Tomato or Dr. Duck, did you say?
Yeah, his last character was Dr. Duct Tape, I think. Yeah.
My name's Ricky. I'm Ricky.
Ricky the goat.
I played Kat, and I'm currently playing June. Are they in WTR?
Yes, Tomatoes and
Oh,
Tomatoes.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is my personal opinion. I think you're doing like exposing like who your character is. I think you're doing a better job than with Kat.
What do you mean?
Like, you know, like attention-wise, people are like knowing who you are now. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh
Kat,
yeah, well, cause like Kat, I got whitelisted back in like end of January, beginning of February, maybe. No, I'd say middle of January. And then I started to play, and for the record, I don't know shit about this game. I'm so bad at this game. I bought Daisy. I had never played Daisy before. I bought it at the beginning of January. I played it with my friends, could not figure out how to play. And then my smart ass is like, I love Dungeons and Dragons. I love role playing. I'm gonna look for a role play server. So I did, and the first couple days were rough. I didn't know the map. I literally stumbled upon Metallurg by accident.
Seriously?
Yeah, for real. I just saw this like dam, and I was like, "Oh, this is nice." And I saw like the log cabins, and then I saw a giant like wooden like structure, and I had not ran into a single person the entire time, and I saw this giant wooden structure, and I walk over, and I'm just like walking around the camp, and I hear people talking, and I go over, and lo and behold, it's fucking Echo and Frazier, and they're like, "Hi," and I'm like, "Hi."
Hi, how
They're
are
like,
you?
They're like, "Your clothes look really bad." And I was like, "Yep." Just found them.
Damn.
And that's where my story started.
That's such like a coincidence kind of thing.
Yeah, it was a huge coincidence. I literally was like just walking around, and I was walking through like the woods, and like I said, I saw the dam and the wooden structure, and I was like, well, I hope there's people there. And yep, that's how Kat's story started, is I accidentally wound up in Metallurg.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I still don't know how half the game works.
Damn. Well, all you need to do is know how to fucking eat and shoot, I guess, and drink and shit like that, and you're pretty well set. So
I've gotten a lot better. I say that this server has actually helped me learn the game a lot. So I'm a lot better than what I was.
yeah,
A lot better.
I was trash at the game for a while.
I mean, if you put me by myself, no. I literally get so anxious. Like, there was a point where there was like a meeting with Tower that I had to go to, and I was traveling with Jean, and Kat and Jean ended up back in Metallurg, and then Jean, like, Robot was like, yeah, I need to go to sleep. And I was like, oh my god. So he went to sleep, and I was so anxious. I'm like, I don't know. Oh god, I don't know how to get back. So then the Tower's like, hey, we're having a meeting. You need to be there. And I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So I'm like radioing Echo. I'm like, can you drive to Metallurg and pick me up? And she's like, what the fuck are you doing in Metallurg? And then I had to walk by myself from Metallurg to Severograd. And I followed the train tracks. I literally was so anxious the entire time. I was like on the verge of panicking. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I don't even know why. This game makes me so stressed.
Oh, it can be stressful, yeah. Especially
I think it's just
RP-wise.
I think it's the idea of like dying and then having to perma would really suck.
Yeah, I've personally, yeah, had with my first character, yeah, that was rough. Died by cannibals. It's a big RIP.
Oof.
Yeah, it was fun though.
Cannibals scare me. They freak me out really bad. I don't like them. If you want to play a cannibal, that's totally up to you, but don't come near me.
Me, I'm personally not like scared of like cannibal characters, cause like the identifiers, you know, like you can identify a cannibal by like you can start questioning their laugh, and you can also see if they have blood on their hands, shit like that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Which is good. It's fair. I think it's fair because, you know, they have every right to kill you, like then and there, I feel like, and it should be fair for us because because if they have every right to kill you, you know, we should have some rights that's fair to that.
Right. I get so nervous because like I ran into someone back in the last iteration who had the laugh,
Oh, God.
And I just, like, I panicked. And I was like, I asked them, I'm like, why are you laughing? Like, they were, like, outside of my house. And I was like, why are you laughing like that? And they were like, I'm not on my medication. And I just, like, it's so hard because it's like, there are people who genuinely want to role play it that way, that they're like, maybe they're not on their meds, or maybe they have, like, some kind of head injury and it makes them laugh uncontrollably. But it's like, the laugh is like, you know how you have to get that laugh. So it's like, I don't know, I just have a hard time telling. And like, do they have to keep their hands bloody? Or like, if they get blood on their hands, can they like just wash their hands?
Yeah.
Because then it's like, how do you know? If they wash their hands and all they have is the laugh, you can't just assume that they're a cannibal because they're laughing.
Yeah, that's rough. I'm the same way. I don't trust fucking anybody who's laughing around me. I'm like, "Ugh."
I'm not just gonna be straight up rude because, like I said, people have told me like, oh, I'm just not on my meds, so I don't want to assume and like fail RP and be like, So I'm just like, oh, that sucks. Hope you can find your meds, I guess.
Right.
Out of character, terrified. Gonna shit my pants. This guy's a fucking cannibal. In character, wow, you're really nice.
Yeah, I know. It's shitty. Very shitty. Very, very shitty. Very shitty. Very shitty. Shit. What was the next topic?
The next one was role-playing jobs you have no clue how to do. This is the one where I put in the parentheses, I have committed.
Alright, so in your own words, what do you, since you've done it before, what do you mean by,
Well, like, so, I'm not a doctor. Fun fact, IRL, I work in a doctor's office, but I am not a doctor. So, playing cat as a med student, like, I didn't know how to roleplay it. I think it was also because it was my first time roleplaying in this server, but I didn't know how to roleplay it, and people would be like, oh, cat, like, can you like, look over my wounds? Can you stitch up my wounds? And I'd be like, oh, So I would tell people that I was just like a medical student. I'd be like, I'm not a doctor. I'm a medical student. I'm not a doctor. I'm a medical student. But I still had no fucking clue what I was doing. So it was just so bad because they'd be like, I'm sick. What should I do? And I'd be like, I don't know. Or they'd like this one time in Mogalevka, Max got like torn up by zombies and came in and they're like, oh, cat, like you need to help him. He's losing blood. And I was like, and then he woke up and he's like, he's stable. We had like bandaged him and gave him blood, and he woke up and I was like, you should eat something. I'm like, maybe you should have a snack. And they're like, no, I don't think I need a snack. Like, I had no fucking clue what I was doing. I had no clue. So like, I think it's awkward when people are like, they have this grand idea, and like, kudos to them for wanting to play into something like that. But they have this grand idea of wanting to be like, oh, I'm a doctor, or I'm a vet, or I'm a scientist, I'm a brain surgeon, and then you like ask them questions about it, and you're like, oh, so what do you do? And they're like, I don't know.
Definitely had like brain farts too, so.
Yeah, there'd be like stupid stuff that like I as a person should know, and I brain fart and be like, I don't know.
Where'd you come from? No comment.
Well, that's like people would be like in the prologue, we'd be like, oh, we're August and June, we're from Tennessee, and they'd be like, oh, where from in Tennessee? And one time, a robot told someone we were from Memphis, and the next person we met who asked that question, he told them we were from Nashville. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Because he's English. So, yeah. Or like this one time I met a guy, in the prologue, and I was like, oh, like, we're from Tennessee, where are you from? And he's like, oh, I'm from a small town in Pennsylvania, and I'm from a small town in Pennsylvania. So I was like, oh, which one? And he's like, I'm not gonna tell you that.
That is private information there, buddy.
He's like, that's private. I'm not telling you that. I've just met you. And I was like, all right, fair enough. Like, I hate calling people out. Like, I don't want to call people out on the spot like that. But it's like, if you, I feel like, I don't know, that's just things you should make, like, in your character's backstory. Like, when you write a character, you should have, like, mom and dad's name, your date of birth, and, like, the town wherever you're from. Like, if you're just like, I'm from Russia. Oh, where in Russia? Like, that's like, okay, man, come on. Like, it's just, have those, like, 3 basic things. Like, you could bullshit the rest. Like, last iteration, Cupid did an interview on Cat, and they were like, what's your favorite color? And I just pulled it out of my ass right then and there. I was like, oh, blue. Like, that's, like, easy stuff that you can just make up on the spot.
Blue's a good color, okay? Blue's a great color.
It is a great color. But, if you're like, oh, my mom and dad died in a bombing. Oh, what was their names? I don't remember. You don't remember your mom and dad's name, dude?
Cheryl.
Like, I guess you could kind of pull that up on the spot, but don't, like, tell people what it is, and then, like, don't write it down. Because then later on, if you tell someone, my mom's names are Jane and Bob, and then later on you're like, they're Jill and Bill. I don't know. I'm just like, come on, man, do better.
Megan Lee Stallion.
Yeah. Let's see. Next. People who are bad at accents.
Oh gosh.
I think this is a really sore subject.
Well, I'm just gonna say I'm pretty ass at accents, so a lot of people can validate that.
I don't think you have to be like fucking like Matt Mercer level like voice acting.
This summer.
But I just feel like just put at least a little effort. Don't every character same voice. Don't do that shit. But I also don't want to sound rude and be like, like some people are just like, I just can't do accents. So I don't want to be like invalidate that and be like, no, fuck you, you have to do an accent. I'm like holding them at gunpoint.
It's like what you said with like people, having the same accent and the confusion and stuff. I feel like if you don't do an accent and you are like constantly like that same character, I feel like you like have to like say your name like in RP or like say who you are.
Yeah.
So that they're not confused, because like they could say, oh, you're Robert, and Robert could be schwacked,
Yeah, exactly. Well, imagine how like awkward that would be like in actual roleplay too. Like say you meet a guy and then they die. And then they come back and they're still doing the same voice, and you like run up to them and you're like, "Oh," they like talk and you're like, "Oh my god, it's been like a month. We haven't seen each other. What's up, man?" And they're like, "I have no clue who you are."
My name's Gerald.
Yeah. Like don't like obviously, the people who use like PSNs, that's meta. But like if you sound the exact same, like if I haven't seen that person, in a while, and suddenly they're a new character and they have the same exact voice, same model, similar clothes, and I accidentally call them the name of their old character and they're like, I don't know who that is. It's like, come on, man. Change it up. Let's go.
Come on. Settle down.
Wear something new. Put on some cool new drip.
Stop having a foot fetish.
Yeah, exactly. Stop kissing bald heads.
I'm kissing. That's all you. I don't think they need
You
to know
caught
about
me.
your obsession with bald heads, okay?
You caught me red-handed.
Called me red-handed. It was all part of the plan. Knew it all along. Russian spy. I knew it.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone play a spy.
Oh, hoo-hoo. They're interesting
And maybe that's just because
characters.
they're so good at it.
Oh, I know some people that have played like that.
That are good at being a spy.
I've like seen people that have played like spies, because like I've experienced them kind of either screw the plans that I've had up, or just screw with the group that I'm with's plans up. And I've personally been kind of like a spy at some point.
Right.
So yeah, it's interesting, I'd say. I don't know if it would be like. Honestly, if you keep playing that kind of character over and over again, you just sound like a asshole, you know? Like, people won't want to play with you because you're always that character that's like infiltration and all
Yeah.
this shit. Because like they actually, don't want to get screwed over with their RP.
Right.
And I mean, I feel like there's been like some of those characters or some of those people that have been that character over and over again, and it just makes you like want to like stay away from those people,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is it's not good, I'd say. Not good.
No, not at all. I would hate wanting to avoid a person.
Yes.
But yeah, like the same character syndrome just really just gets me. I'm like, oh my god, dude.
Yeah, it's like it's the all girls are the same kind of thing,
Huh?
Juice World, never mind. Okay, all right, never mind.
Sorry, that wasn't a very funny one.
Yeah, no.
That one just
I
kind
was
of fell
just
flat.
I was just like trying to like say like it's that like stereotype, like, oh, they're the same person, we already know
Yeah.
who they're gonna be, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like a wet noodle, Just,
Yeah, like you, wet noodle.
wow, thank you.
Wet noodle looking ass.
Whoa, settle down. Settle down. Settle down.
I just noticed. I just now got the comment from TJ and turn notifications on. I was reading that earlier and I'm like, why?
I didn't get it, yeah.
Well, it's because like all of those YouTubers are like and subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell to turn notifications on.
Oh, yes.
No, I literally just now got it.
Our tomato says hi, by the way. I didn't see that.
Hello. Hi. Very nice to meet you.
Tomato. Potato.
Also says, ha ha ha.
Very intimidating laugh. I'm actually shivering in my boots. In my boots.
Actually hiding under my bed right now.
With my Air Jordans on right now.
Oh, yeah? Do you wear Air Jordans, pal?
No. I'm the kind of guy that's like, I see a pair of shoes, if it's cheap, I'ma buy it, like, I don't care about shoes.
Walmart shoes?
Walmart shoes. Yes.
Damn.
Totally. I love Walmart shoes, totally.
No, invest in a good pair of Crocs, dog.
Invest in a good pair of... Yeah.
Crocs are our life changer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Wait, hold up. Have I ever worn Crocs? I've worn sandals, but I don't wear Crocs.
No, Crocs are for the champions.
Crocs.
Winners wear Crocs.
Do you like decorate your Crocs? Like,
Not really. I have one pair. My boyfriend's mom got me these like little like Dungeons and Dragons. What do they call the things you put in Crocs? They called gibbets.
gibbet?
I think that's what they're called. She got me those, but they're like Dungeons and Dragons. It's like one's like a beholder, one's a dragon, one's a little D20. So my one pair of Crocs has those in them, but the other ones I leave blank because I wear them to work and I can get in trouble if they're like inappropriate or something.
Yeah.
So typically no, they're just, they're just vibing.
They're just MTV cribbing.
Yep, exactly.
Just going with the flow.
Breaking character is next.
Breaking character?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
You know, the whole thing your podcast is about, friend?
Oh! Wow, thank you, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, breaking character. I've had, like, personally, every time I've streamed DayZ, I've had, like, 3 instances where people have, like, whenever I'm streaming WTR, where they come up to me and they're like, hey, bro, or, like, they say my username and shit.
No shit.
Yeah, like, last iteration.
For realsies?
I streamed 3 or 4 times, and all 4 of those times it's either copyright claimed or I have some guy at the front gate or my front gate or whatever of where I was saying, "Oh, do you know how to stream DayZ or do you know how to stream stuff?" I've had that. I've had people say my username. Yeah, I've had every time I've done a podcast. The only actual successful not podcast. The only successful stream I've had where that has not happened is where I haven't met anyone at all except for like actual legit like our peers that I actually know.
Why don't you make a ticket, you goober?
The thing is, I don't know. I feel like I can tell they're new and I just don't want to like ruin
I
the
get that.
experience, I
Like,
guess, for 'em.
yeah, I get that. Like, they're just like a baby. They're a roleplay baby.
But it like also makes me paranoid. Like, are they like stream sniping me or doing
Oh,
this stuff?
yeah.
Yeah, which I was very paranoid about that kind of stuff too, where I just got to the point where I'm just like, I don't think so.
Tomato says, please report that stuff.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was fucking shit. That was like beginning of last iteration. That was a while ago.
My God. That was like,
That
by
was
that point.
ages. That was like
That's like fucking 8 months.
4 or 5 months ago.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
That was low. That was a long time. That was when I was starting up streaming and stuff and still trying to figure out all this shit. Like I was just recording whatever happened to me in RP.
I get it. Like, yeah, report that stuff. Part of me feels bad. But at the same time, like if they want to uphold this standard that this is like a great roleplay server, like the best roleplay server, I feel like this stuff needs to be like cracked down on. Which I've seen a lot of like people like voting, like the idea discussion, just like cracking down on this kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's also like just talks about just making the application harder, but
Yeah. I failed my application the first time.
how did you fail the application? Oh, I did too. Never mind. I did it twice.
I just like there were questions that like I even though it was an open book test, maybe I wasn't reading hard enough, but like I was reading it and it was like, how do you initiate like hostile roleplay? And I typed out what it was, but I think I added something to it And then like the one question, like I was like, I cannot find the answer. So I just used common sense and I failed it. And I was like, well, what the fuck? And then I applied a second time and I got in.
Yeah, I mean, people like to over exaggerate that stuff. They're like, oh, it's so hard to get through the application. You literally just have to redo what you messed up on.
I know. I don't get it. Like the people who come into the general chat, like this application is just so hard. I failed it like 3 times. I'm like, my brother in Christ, you are doing something wrong.
Right.
Like it wasn't hard. I just like fucked up the way I worded things, or I couldn't find the answer because I'm dumb. So I would just use common sense, and then the bot gave me like the answers that I answered wrong, and I was like, okay, and I just did it again, and I got in. Like I don't understand how like people just like that. There's like all the time these people come in and they're like, I can't wait to be whitelisted, and then they have the redo rule, and they're like, oh my god, I've sent this application in like 4 times.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I know, I get that. Fucking, what does Tomato say? Tomato says, if it's an honest goof up, then I'll pass it. But how do you stream? He says, how do you stream Daisy? That's just crazy. Yes, I think it's very crazy because I think it was very. I was surprised. I was just as surprised as anybody else. I was like, well, that's a big oofers, you know? Like, he legit just came up to me. He was like, so I'm planning on like doing a YouTube channel. Like, he was just
No way.
I'm not joking. He was like, and I just didn't know how to react to that, like at all. I was just awkward about it. I'm like, I don't know how to respond to that. And I said that. I was like, I don't know what's going on, because the whole backstory was like, what is it, like the 1980s or 1990s or some shit when that happened. So I was like, what is YouTube?
That goes against my morals.
That goes against my morals. But yeah, and then, like I said, I just was like, I don't know if the streaming thing is a bad omen or something, but I was just constantly paranoid about that stuff. Absolutely crazy. And then, I mean, I had that one instance yesterday where, like I told you about it, where, you know, Tanuki came fucking into the door and that guy was literally just fucking going OOC so hard with our PSN names.
Yeah.
I already told you about that. That was the funniest shit ever. I was like,
that is so bonkers.
Don't gotta make a ticket about that one.
That's so cringe. Like, can you imagine, like, being new to the game or whatever, and you're talking to these people that's like in a roleplay server. You've read the rules, obviously. You've passed the whitelist application that is like, do not go out of character for any reason unless it's like an emergency. That rule, the wording, maybe I'm thinking too literally about it. Like, I don't know. But to sit there and then do it, and then the owner of the fucking server just shows up. That's so, oh my god, I'm getting like secondhand embarrassment so hard. So hard.
Yeah. It's like, just hard to explain it. I feel like, you know, it's bonkers.
It is bonkers.
And then like you have like those experiences where like, hi. Yeah.
Just gonna sing a little song for your viewers.
Yes. Oh, what was I gonna say? it's like you see that with like Joella fucking getting KOS and shit like that,
Yeah.
and you're like, I'm like one of the lucky ones, you know, like I haven't been KOS yet, thankfully.
Right. I just, like I said earlier, I don't know how that keeps happening. Like, I feel so bad. It's like such a meme in the chat at this point. Like, oh, KOS Joella. Like, I'm like, how does that happen so much to one person?
I don't know. I can't figure that out. She's been KOS so many fucking times. It's ridiculous.
I just feel like people do it for the meme, though. Like, they see, like, the PSN that says, like, Joella, and they're like, haha, KOS Joella.
Target acquired.
Yeah, literally. And if so, then that's really, like, shitty. And you should not do that.
And I think it's like a shotgun, too. They just come up to her and blast her.
I know. I feel so bad. Poor thing. Doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, I hope that doesn't, like, deter her from, like, having the motivation to be on.
I know. I feel like that would, like, after a while, like, if I just continuously got, like, KOS'd, I probably would be like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, I would feel the same way.
Poor thing.
I have to go eat dinner. Do you want to entertain the viewers while I'm sorry.
Sure. I'll do my best. No, that's fine.
I'll be fast.
Go eat. Go eat. I'll do my best.
Talk to a tomato.
I will. I'm a pretty entertaining gal.
Right.
I got it under control.
All right, I'll be right back.
Wow. It's just Ricky time. I hope my microphone isn't, like, bad. That's, like, a fear of mine that I have when I, like, record things. Or, like, you know, people post, like, videos of DayZ and my characters in it. I'm always like, God, I hope they don't hear me breathing. I hope they don't hear my dog. Oh, I hope I don't sound bad. Oh, hello, Tomato. It's very nice to meet you. I don't think we've ever met in-game. I don't know if we've ever chatted in the chat. I'm not very active in the chat. Unfortunately, it gets a lot of notifications during the day, and I work, like, you know, a full-time job. So, I can't have it unmuted, so I don't talk a lot. I'm not very active in the chat. When I am, though, it's usually pretty fun. Speaking of active in the chat and at work, this makes me think of some funny stories. So I'm a very forgetful person. I forget a lot of things, and one of them is turning Zello off, or, like, marking myself as, like, offline or, like, do not disturb. So this one time, I forgot to turn my Zello off, and I'm, like, literally sitting at my job. I work in a doctor's office, and the doctor's office is an otolaryngologist, which is an ear, nose, and throat. And there's a lot of older people who come in there, and it's, like, dead silent in my office. And I'm sitting there, and I'm, like, typing on my computer, and my fucking phone, someone, like, pops up on the public frequency of all things, and they're like, hey, anyone got a knife on them? I'm like, Jesus. And I, like, froze. And then I'm a little actress, so I played it off. I'm, like, looking around. Have you guys ever seen that, like, video? It's like a Vine where the girl is, like, recording, and then she, like, farts, and she's like, oh my God, guys, do you think that was a ghost? Like, I literally pulled that same shit. I'm like, oh my God, guys, what was that? What was that? And then I, like, ran. I got up, and I'm like, I gotta go pee, guys. So I ran to the back, and I'm like, I'm so embarrassed. My face is so red, and I, like, shut my Zello off. But I have done that. You'd think the embarrassment of that happening one time would teach a person, you know, make sure your Zello's off. No. This has happened to me, like, 4 fucking times now, where, like, my Zello will go off in at work, and, like, or I'll have my thing marked as online, so people will privately, like, as if it's, like, my character's, like, private frequency, people will radio me, and they'll be like last iteration, they'll be like, oh, hey, Kat, are you up? And I'd be like, oh my God, dude. And people, like, my coworkers caught on so fast. They'd be like, dude, this always happens. It's not a coincidence. It's not some patient's phone. Yep, nope, it's me. I'm an idiot who forgets. I'm so forgetful. It's so embarrassing. So, to those of you watching, always make sure your Zello is off. Because if not, it's going to go off in a public environment, and people aren't going to understand why someone with like a gruffled ass voice is going to be like, "Hey yo, anyone got a knife?" So fucking stupid. But I have really enjoyed my time in the server so far. Invite them. No, I would never invite my coworkers to come play because they're all like 30 to 40-year-old like women. I get embarrassed when I go to work because I'm like the only person in my office who like plays video games and plays Dungeons and Dragons and does this like nerdy ass shit. And like my coworkers are always so confused. Like the classic, like I'll be like, "Oh yeah," they'll be like, "What'd you do this weekend?" I'm like, "Oh, you know, Friday night I played D&D with my friends," and they'll be like, "Oh, did someone win? How do you win that game?" And you know, like I just no, no. Thank you for the you know idea to invite them, Tomato, but no, I will not. What was I saying before that? What was I talking about? Oh my god. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm so forgetful. Oh, but yeah, in the short time that I've been, you know, in the server, I've really, really enjoyed it. Everyone is like so nice, and so sweet. And I really, really enjoy everyone that I've come across and that I've talked to. I have genuinely made some really, really good friends through this server. Like, I have like little buddies that I can talk to now. I got a whole gang, you know? I'm like, wow. These guys are so cool, and now I'm part of Lore Team. That's really freaking cool. It's been a pretty exciting time here in Ricky's world because I just, you know, it's fun to have little roleplay servers, and it's cool because my IRL friends are all a bunch of like nerdy Dungeons and Dragons goofballs. So like well, actually, they told me that they thought this was weird. They were like, I was like, yeah, I applied for this DayZ like roleplay server. I'm super excited to play it. You know, I think it's going to be really, really fun. And then they were like, that's weird. I'm like, yeah, I had to apply for it. Like, I had to fill out an application to be whitelisted. And they were like, that's really weird. Why did you do that? Like, oh, okay, all right. Thanks, guys. But, you know, so far, I think this has been a really enjoyable time. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm meeting new people. This is great. You guys are great. I wish there was more people listening to this podcast. I'd like to talk with other people. Not that you aren't amazing, Tomato. I've loved our little back and forth here. But I wish there were more people watching. Just to have more conversation. Maybe people will watch it later. I don't know. I'm about to like go into general chat and be like, come watch this podcast because it's just me. I'm entertaining everyone right now. I am the entertainment. I am a fun guy. Like a mushroom. DayZ roleplay is a blast. Yes, it is. I agree. Very, very stressful though. Very stressful. I get so stressed that I'm like going to die all the time. I'm scared that people are gonna like come and beat me up. I'm always like, like, you know, last iteration, my character gets tortured by the Black Hand, and now I have to watch like everyone. Because like I started off the iteration, I'm like, I want Kat to be like, you know, super bubbly, super fun. You know, like this is like she's just so optimistic, and that's how she was for like the longest time. Very optimistic character, very just like, I love everything, I love the world, you know, kind of thing. And then like as time went on, it's like, well, I can't do that. It's not realistic to do that anymore because so many of the people she's cared about have died, you know. She's at a point now where she's like, you know, it's just like you try to be realistic, and there's a point where like when so many of your like friends and loved ones die, and so many like shitty things happen to you, it gets to a point where it's like it feels unrealistic to play a happy, bubbly character. You know, when you're in a roleplay server that's all about like realism, it doesn't feel realistic. So then by the end, you know, I went from super bubbly, fun-loving cat to I don't trust anyone. You know, I barely talk to people. I have a group of people that I keep close. It just, you know, part of that like was like disheartening because I'm a very bubbly, fun person. So I like to play bubbly, fun characters, and then to not, it just sucks. The Black Hand tried to catch my character because I helped some of the victims, but never got me. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, if you were here earlier, I think you were. I think you've been here like the whole time. The Black Hand tortured Cat. This is like the whole. So here's the story. This thing, like this, I still get mad about this. So there's Jean, which is Robot's character. Jean and Cat kind of like have like a little thing going on, and the Black Hand shows up. Well, no, Jean takes Cat to the house near Black Lake near Olsha. And it's like, I had never seen that spot in the game before. I literally was like, this is gorgeous. And Jean's like, yeah, we're going to live here. Like, this is going to be our house. We're going to build it up. We can fish in the lake. It's going to be great. And I was like, yeah. And then I get a radio from a character named Brantley. And I'm like, oh, Brantley, my bestie. Because Kat had met Brantley previously. And he's like, hey, Kat, like, you know, everyone we know is dead. And I'm just kind of lonely. And I'm so tired of being alone. And Kat's like, well, just come to my house. Like, here's where it's at. You know, like, we can meet up. You know, we can, you know, be together. And he shows up, and, like, they're talking inside the house. And then he's like, why don't we go outside and get some sticks and go fishing? And, you know, I was like, oh, yeah, that's fine. Let's do it. And the next thing I know, I've got, like, 6 fucking people running at me telling me to get on the ground. So they torture Kat, and I'm like, why? And they're like, because you're weak. And I was like, I don't understand, like, how that correlates to me, like, feeling the need to, like shoot me in the kneecap and, like, beat the shit out of me with a knife, but whatever. And then they're like, if you tell anyone about this, we'll kill you. And I was like, okay, I won't tell anyone, I promise. Next thing I know...
Guess who's
Oh,
back?
wow.
Back again.
God damn, you eat fast.
Sorry, I was like, well, we're in a podcast, and I didn't want to be rude, so.
No, it's fine. I'm doing a great job of entertaining.
Are you? Is Tomato? Are you just talking to yourself?
I'm talking to Tomato, and I'm just talking. Yeah, I stream sometimes. Thank you. I have the ability to just sit and talk to myself.
No, yeah,
I'd probably never stream DayZ, but I've streamed Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh gosh. Oh no.
And I streamed The Sims.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Do not gag at The
actually gross.
Sims. Do not gag at The Sims. Do not. No. She's a great podcast guest. Aww. That really means so much to me. Thank you. I was really nervous about coming on.
Tomato's a sim. Confirmed. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Damn.
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
I was so nervous. I was like, oh god, what am I going to talk about?
Host 2.0? Question mark.
What? I would be honored to be host 2.0.
Do you want to? Because usually we start out these series with me and you, or me and another person. Like, last season it was EQ, but she was kind of busy with a lot of stuff, so.
No, I will. Yeah, hell yeah.
Alright, yeah, well.
I'll do it. I'm usually free in the evenings anyway, so why not? I mean, tonight was lucky because my boyfriend's not home tonight. So in the future there might be more background noise, but...
Yes, everybody, she has a boyfriend, so stop simping. Okay? God.
I do. 5 years, baby. 5.5 years.
Damn, and he still hasn't put a ring on it? What the fuck is he doing, man?
We're taking our time. We've been dating since high school, though.
Oh, okay. Damn, you gotta put a finger on it, man.
Put a finger on it.
Not put a finger. Gotta put a ring on it.
Put a finger
Gotta
on
put
it,
a
yeah.
ring on it, you know what I mean?
Put a finger on it.
God damn it, Bobby. Put a ring on it. Put a ring on.
There it goes. There's my dog.
I had a dog once.
Really?
Yes.
What kind of dog do you have?
I had a chocolate lab.
Aww.
I know. They were like she was a good dog.
Aww. Baby.
They're like
My dog. Hmm?
they're like heart of gold. Like
Yeah, I've always wanted a lab. I'm stuck with my rat dog though.
your rat dog?
Yeah.
What do you mean rat dog?
He's a Cocker Spaniel poodle mix. They're called cockapoos.
I mean, I got a hairless cat. Does that
No shit, really?
Yeah, I got a hairless cat.
No fucking way, really?
Have I not ever sent you a picture of my hairless cat?
No!
Hold up. Alright.
I would love to see a hairless cat. Are they as hard to take care of as people say they are?
No, they're really low maintenance. They're not really that.
I thought you had to, like, bathe them and stuff.
Yeah, you do, but like a normal cat, you bathe them every like week or two. It's not too bad. No. They're really like they have like their own personality, which is pretty bizarre. Like my cat is like he'll be like a simp one day and then he'll just be a total asshole the other day. It's bizarre.
Right.
But yeah, they're pretty chill. They're like a lazy cat, I guess. Here, I'll send it in this general here.
Oh! How cute! A baby. I'll send a picture of my doggy.
Y'all see me getting pooped on in off topic.
What?
Tomato. Tomato's carrying the chat right now, so.
Thanks, Tomato, for carrying the chat.
You really
No
is.
one else is fucking here. Why are you getting pooped on and off topic?
You're getting pooped on and off topic.
I don't see you getting pooped on and off topic. What's the Tomato? What's your Discord?
Hashtag advertisement for Tomato. You know, we gotta get him. I believe Tomato does have a YouTube channel as well. Maybe that will give you a little bit of an idea who he is. I'm pretty sure you've like met him in RP.
Me?
Yeah.
Have I?
Yeah. I'm not trying to like metagame his character or anything, but he's survived the prologue, I think.
I got nothing else to do, and it's a video of my fail RP. Where? Am I blind?
Well, I think let's be honest here. We've all like failed RP once. Like I've done in my first season quite a bit because I didn't know what I was doing. Because I walked into WTR with my head chopped off, expecting it to be like the other server or the other RP server that I was in.
No, I'm perfect, so I've never ever failed roleplayed, ever.
Really?
No, I don't know. I wouldn't even know if I have or not.
Yeah, that was like with me. I didn't even know either.
Oh! Tactical Tactical Glizzy posted it.
Damn, did Glizzy expose you, Tomato?
Tactical Glizzy is a homeboy.
He's a homeboy?
He reacted to my journals. Anyone who reacts to my journals becomes an immediate homeboy.
Nobody reacts to my journals. It's pretty sad.
I know, it's so ass when people don't.
I was like, oof.
You like put some effort into it?
Please call me a simp or something. Oh. Speak of the devil.
Cat! Kitty!
Wait, pay. I think what also sucks is like you see like all these people having like different like experiences in RP and stuff, but like it kind of makes you sad because they're on like a different time zone, you know what I mean? So you can't like actually interact with what they're doing. I think that kind of like is like a big oofers. Because like example with like I want to say like Echo, like I believe she's in a different time zone, and so like
oh yeah,
interacting with her or even any other people's characters is like a bro moment, because like you know they're having like an interesting like experience and stuff,
right.
Like not like metagaming or anything, but like you're like, damn, how could like you just wonder like, damn, how could you be a part of that person's storyline or something, you know?
Yeah, I know. Like, there's a lot of people who post like super in like you read their journals and you're like, damn, they must be having a blast right now.
I know. I'm over here in a fucking in a box, just doing nothing.
You're just like sitting there like kicking your feet. You're like, la la la. I hope something interesting happens to me.
Notice me, please. I'm low. Well, that's also a big thing. Like, as you see, I've noticed this in all like the 2 or the 3 seasons I've been in so far, that when you get build up and stuff, that's all you really do. Like, you just sit in your base. Like I've had like that happen multiple times where it's just like, what do you do now? And you just have to like figure out what can you do, you know? I don't know if you've ever had that.
Kind of towards the end of last iteration, because it just felt like everything was winding down. Like, there were like a couple of days, like the last like week of the iteration. It was literally like, I don't know if anyone else was on, but it just felt like Cat, Echo, Hoyt, and the Tower gang were the only people on.
Yeah.
And we literally were just like we were fucking around.
I mean, I'm not bashing like everybody, you know. I mean, if you're like unmotivated to play, you're unmotivated to play. You know, you gotta find something else to play. But like, after your character dies, I feel like, you know, everybody, especially if you've lasted long, everybody's like, you know what? I'm just wait till the next season or something, you know. And
there's like, I feel like there's a lot of people who did do that. You know, like their character dies, and you're just like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I've been the same way. Trust me. Like, after Charlie died, like, I was just like, I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah. Well, I think that's how Teacup, who played Max last iteration when Alec died because of the tower, I'm pretty sure they were like, yeah, I'm not I'm gonna wait.
Which is, I like you get it, like you get why they're waiting, but it's like, you know, have like trying your best and make a different character, even if it's just for like a small time.
Yeah.
And then you can like engage with all these old farts that you don't know about.
Well, I do get like stints of like no motivation to play. Like last week, I don't think I got on once. I was like, no, I cannot do this right now.
No, I'm exactly the same way. Like, yeah, I was the same way last week, but like I pushed myself to still get on. I was like, there's nothing really going on right now, you know? And just
Yeah, like it's just like I felt really bad because like when I first started playing, like the server, it consumed my life. Like I was hooked. I was obsessed. I played it every chance I got. I canceled plans just to play it. And then I got to a point where I was like, I haven't played like Dead by Daylight with my friends, like my IRL friends, in weeks.
yeah.
I haven't hung out with anyone because every time I go to like I was constantly reading the chat, I was on the server constantly, and then now I'm at a point where I'm like I don't get on for a week and I'm like meh, whatever.
Me.
I don't care.
Yeah, I agree. I've been that way too. Like, not even with like now, like especially with like characters in the past. Like, you're like, what do I do now? You know, like, where do I go from here?
Yeah. I think towards the end of last iteration too, I was like, even though I hadn't been playing her for very long, I was kind of bored of Cat because like nothing was going on in the server, and it was just like get on, talk to people for like an hour and a half, get off.
Yeah.
So I was like, I really don't. Well, I didn't go like to the end event. I didn't get on. I just like the last like couple days, I didn't even touch it. I was like, no, I'm done.
Yeah. I was the same way.
'Cause drama.
Drama. Who said that?
Tomato did. 'Cause drama.
Oh, is that why
Throw
you...
a rock at someone. I couldn't throw a rock at anyone. I was surrounded by tower members. I would have gotten like fucking like killed.
Then run. I saw that in Prologue a lot.
What?
Fucking, so the police had their like little outpost over by the bar, or our bar,
Yeah.
and we'd have like customers come up and be like, hey, you got any bottles? And then we're like, empty bottles? They're like, yeah, can I get one of those? And then we'd like give them them, and then I'd just like watch them run all the way down the street where there would be like fucking 8 cops in the like little outpost shed area, and then they'd fucking lob them into the fucking police station, and then they'd run back with like 8 or 9 cops just chasing after them. And then you heard like fucking gunfire and just hit the deck because you just don't want to fucking die in crossfire.
Yeah.
I had that happen to me twice. I'd be like outside just like watching all this chaos unravel, and you'd hear like fucking bullets whiz past you, and you're like, oh fuck. Get down.
I didn't ever really deal with that. The only stuff that I dealt with was we would report things, and then the police would show up and break our phones.
Yeah, they would do that with every time they fucking raided the bar. They'd break our phones and shit.
Like, no OOC grudge, but there was this one cop that broke August's phone, like his phone, and then he showed up again, and he was suddenly in the military. Like, he had went from being a police officer to being in the military, and he's like, he shows up, and we're like, hey, and he's like, this one military guy is like, hey, can you guys, like, not be, like, around us? It's gonna give people headaches. So August and June are like, yeah, sure. So we're just, like, sitting there vibing, and, this military guy comes around back. We like literally just went around the building to the back of the building and sat down. Like, we weren't like snooping. We weren't like, literally we just sat down at the back of the building. And they came back and like they peeked around the corner and they saw us and they walked over, and the military guy who was ex-police, he's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to break your phones. I was like, what the fuck? We were like, we didn't do anything wrong. And he's like, give me your phones. I'm going to break your phones. Give me your phones. I was like, damn, I hate you So much. You are such a dick.
Give me your feet. I mean, give me your phone.
Give me your bare feet. I mean, give me your phones in my hand right now. Give me, give me.
I have secret foot fetish. Give me it right now.
Take picture of your feet on phone. Then give me your phone.
I will save it for later in my camera roll. It will go live on the fucking the Spoodget. It will go live.
I'm going to take picture of your feet and post it on Spudget.
Fucking takes a picture of some like crusty ass fucking feet or something.
Spudget was something else.
that was definitely weird.
They're very weird.
Very unusual. I think that's like the first thing, or yeah, first time they've ever done something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I liked it more than, like, you know, that you could, like, actually at someone.
Yeah, that was nice.
And be like, hey, are you available?
I'd always question if I was metagaming or not whenever I did
Yeah, that is something, like, I thought about that too at one point, because I added someone, and I'm like, hey, are you awake? And they're like, yep, I'm at the bar. And I'm like, on my way. But, like, then couldn't you technically, yeah, at that point, consider it, like, be like,
Something's pretty suspicious about this.
Minecraft villager noise, like, literally, like, This doesn't feel right.
to me it says Spoodget.
Spudget.
Spoodget.
People just like the drama on there too. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, trust me, I had my fair share.
Every day, look at the Spudget channel. Come down to the Garrison bar. The Garrison's open. Then, like, literally not even 10 minutes later, the Garrison is now closed.
Yeah, we had a lot of shit go down there. That's for sure.
You guys were popular.
Yeah, I didn't expect to be that popular, but like we were like the only bar open, so.
Well, everyone else's bars like just went to shit.
Yeah, and then we're over here like secretly killing people and doing shit like that. I didn't even fucking kill anybody, that's the sad part. We killed a lot of people secretly.
For real?
Yeah. We killed like a whole fucking mafia group.
Holy shit.
We killed, or I don't know if you would want to say we killed these yellow armband guys, but we kind of mopped the floor with them. And we had like this weird speculation that it was like some character sending all these people after us and shit. So that was happening.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It was a lot. That's for sure.
It was crazy. Like, literally the first night that Robot and I played the prologue, we were, like, running around introducing ourselves, like, getting stuff for our first paper. And we went to the police and we're like, can we interview you about some of the stuff that's been happening recently?
Oh, I was
and they were
there
like, yeah,
for that.
sure. And then they're like, there's, like, 5 gangs.
Yeah.
I was like, holy fuck.
People, like, instantly speculated we were a gang or, like, a mafia or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, to me that felt low-key meta when people were like, you're a mafia.
Yeah, the thing is, I put that in my journals, too. Like, we were a mob family and shit as well. So I was kind of questioning that, too. But, like, I didn't say it.
Yeah, yeah. That's why my journals now, I'm just like, I got home. I'm with some people. Because I'm so terrified. Like, not that someone would meta like me right now. They have no reason to. But, like, it just sucks that you have to be, like, super careful about what you write in your... Like, you can't just be, like, open in your journal because people are going to come and ruin it for you.
Yeah.
Metagaming, mega cringe. If you metagame, you're cringe.
You're cringe.
Ricky does not like you if you metagame.
You're not a team player. That's what I did with the fucking, like, whenever I wrote Charlie fucking journals, because everybody wanted to kill me. So
Yeah.
I'd try and bait people and shit and put lies into my fucking journal entries just to see if
Yeah.
people would take it or not, just to find out if they were metagaming or not.
Metagaming poopy.
Metagaming equals trash.
Metagaming equals dumpster.
Exactly. Mega dumpster. Oh shit.
Sleepy.
Oh no.
You make me yawn. Oh my god. It's 9 o'clock for me.
Damn, I didn't expect this podcast to go that long. God.
Yeah, it's almost 2.5 hours now.
Oh yeah. We're all out of topics too, man. I think.
Yeah, I mean, we can wrap it up. No big deal.
Do you, if you want to? I mean, it's late for you.
Yeah, I'm a little tired and I haven't eaten yet, so I kind of like to go eat my dinner.
Yeah, you can. Don't pull a me move, you know, and Tomato also says he's been metagamed a lot.
And RDM. What's RDM?
How do I explain RDM? I'm trying to figure out the words. My voice is kind of going. How would I explain it? It's like it's like, so you have, I think it means like you don't really have any reason to kill the character. I think that's what RDM means.
Oh, okay. Oh, random death match.
Yeah, like they have no actual real grudge.
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah, that sucks, Tomato. I'm sorry to hear about that. Sometimes people just ruin things for others. So it sucks that you had to go through that. But thank you so much for having me. I'm going to go eat some food and take a nap.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah. Thank you for coming on. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Of course. Now I'm your new co-host, man. Sorry,
Okay.
can't get rid of me.
All right. Yeah, we'll figure that out. I have like a whole little document thingy that we put topics and shit in. So
Yeah, well, just PM me. So, all right. Well, Tomato, lovely talking to you. You as well.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Take care. See you. All right, everybody. You heard the lady. We're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you, Tomato, for sharing your input on things and joining us on the podcast. I really appreciate it. Everybody, feel free to subscribe to Mr. Tomato over here. His YouTube is Tomato Master. If you haven't already, good guy. Shout out to you, Tomato. Anyway, thank you again, everybody, for watching. We'll figure out what we're gonna be doing with episode 2 at some point. I'm gonna try my best to get some prologue content out if I have any. I think I already got it all out there. There is a little bit of like a little small funny skit I want to upload at some point. I think you guys will enjoy that. Again, like I said, thank you. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next podcast, or if I just do a random RP stream or something, I might do those again. So, see you guys very soon.